Hey there, everybody. My name is Zolani Pittman, and today I will be talking about a movie that has impacted me over the course of this class. So, out of all the films that we have watched this year, I feel that the one that impacted me the most is October Sky. Now, this movie is based on a true story. It's about a boy named Homer Hickama who comes from a coal mining town. And now his father, he loves coal mining. His brother, he got offered a football scholarship. But Homer, he's interested in rocket science after seeing Sputnik 1 cross the sky. And yeah, so after that happened, he's interested in being a rocket engineer. Although his father doesn't approve of him doing that, so he starts building a rocket with his friends. And I find that very I find that very very impactful. The fact that this boy who loves something, and despite some people telling him that he can't do it, it's not going to work out, he still goes through with doing it because it's what he loves. Now, his father, he keeps trying to push him to follow in his footsteps, but Homer doesn't want that. He wants to follow his passion wherever that may take him. And that is really inspiring. Because to me, it's the situation where Homer knew that if he followed in his dad's footsteps, he would never be happy. He would, he was never going to be him. And that resonates with me in particular because at first I wanted to be a chef. And the only reason that I wanted to be a chef was that I saw that it worked out for some other people and that they made and that they made and that they made it well because they were a chef. But it was around the time when I got to college that I realized that being a chef wasn't for me. I wanted to be a screenwriter, a director, all that good stuff. And it was hard having to admit that, especially to my family. But unlike Homer, my family actually was all for me doing screenwriting. And I was so happy to hear that. Now with Homer, even though his dad, he disapproves of him doing it, his mom was all for it. And his friends are there to support him. And that hits home. It lets us know that there are people out there who want to help us and want to support us. And my family are a few of those people. One scene that sticks out to me from the film is the scene where Homer has an argument with his father. And that's when he's talking to him about what he wants to do. He said that scene where he says, "I'm gonna get out of here. I'll leave and I'll never come back." Really hits home. It really hits home how serious Homer is about rocket science. And wouldn't you know it? And wouldn't you know it? He leaves. But towards the end of the film, his father finally comes around. And even though he doesn't really understand, he'll always be in support of Homer's dream. And it really gets you in the feels. Like I said before, this movie is based off of a true story. And these kinds of stories about people who have gone through hardships in their life they really mean something to me because I know that I will have to go through hardships in my life too. I lost my, you see, I lost my mom a few years ago. And in that time, it was hard for me, but I kept on going. And as it stands now, it's it's highly likely that I'll face some more challenges along the way, and people who will talk me down and who will try to criticize my work. But I'm not going to let that stop me. And even though it is hard now, don't get me wrong, being a screenwriter right now, what I'm doing, it's hard work. It's a lot of hard work. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop. If anything, all that hard work just pushes me to do better. And I hope I did a good job to explain to you why that is. Anyway, that's all I have tonight. I really hope you enjoyed this video. And I hope that you understand why October Sky is the most impactful movie for me. Thank you, and have a blessed day.